Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Today I am going to show you a coin that most people ignore, but this small 5-cent coin could literally change your life. I am serious. This coin can give you a house or a luxury car, or even the latest iPhone 17 Pro. Imagine holding a small 5-cent coin in your hand and realizing that this ordinary-looking Jefferson Nickel from 1964 might be hiding a story so powerful it could shock you. I am not joking, I am not exaggerating, and this is not clickbait. People have spent this coin without thinking twice, while others have searched for it for years believing it could change their life overnight. Stay with me till the end, because what you are about to hear can completely change the way you look at your pocket change. And yes, this is one of those stories that makes people watch again and again just to be sure they heard it right. The 1964 Jefferson Nickel was born in a very special time in American history. The early 1960s were filled with economic pressure, metal shortages, and massive coin production. In 1964 alone, hundreds of millions of Jefferson Nickels were struck, making people believe this coin could never be rare. But history has a habit of hiding surprises. When production is rushed, when machines work non-stop, and when quality control is pushed to its limits, mistakes happen. And in the coin world, a mistake is not a problem. It is power, it is rarity, and sometimes it is pure gold in disguise. This coin carries the image of Thomas Jefferson on one side and Monticello on the other. But what truly matters is not the design you see. It is the details most people miss. The official weight of a 1964 Jefferson Nickel is 5 grams, made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. But when a coin appears with the wrong weight, the wrong metal mix, an off-center strike, a double design, or a missing detail, collectors stop breathing for a moment, because that is where legends are born. That is where a simple 5-cent coin turns into something people fight over in auctions. Now here comes the part that keeps people confused and restless. Many claims exist that certain 1964 Jefferson Nickels, under extremely rare era conditions, have been valued in the millions of dollars. I am not making fun of you, and I am not here to waste your time. These values are not for normal coins you find every day. They are tied to one-of-kind mint errors, experimental planchets, or coins struck in ways that were never supposed to happen. When such a piece is verified and certified, it becomes a monster in the collector market, something that powerful buyers dream of owning. Think about the psychology behind it. A rich collector does not just buy metal, they buy history, mystery, and uniqueness. If only one or two examples of specific 1964 era nickel exist, the price is no longer controlled by face value or metal content. It is controlled by desire. This is how stories of million-dollar coins are born. This is why people say a single coin can make you rich overnight. It is not magic. It is rarity meeting obsession at the highest level. You might be asking yourself why everyone is so confused about this coin. The reason is simple. Most 1964 Jefferson Nickels are common and cheap, but a tiny fraction live in a different universe. People mix truth with lies, rumors with facts. That is why I say clearly, do not fall for fake promises and do not ignore real possibilities. If you believe you have something special, the right path is verification, not blind excitement. Real wealth in coins comes from knowledge, patience, and proof. If you truly believe your coin is different, there are real places where such coins are sold. High-end coin auctions have shocked the world before. Online platforms like eBay have seen rare coins reach unbelievable prices when the right buyers appear. Even collectors on Facebook groups actively hunt for unique error coins. But remember, no serious buyer pays big money without authentication. That single step separates dreamers from winners. Let me say this slowly and clearly so it stays in your mind. If you have a normal 1964 Jefferson Nickel, it is history, not a fortune. But if you have an error, something that should not exist, something that breaks the rules, then you are holding power in your hand. That power can change your financial story, but only if you use it wisely and do not rush blindly after fake claims. People ask why such coins feel so dramatic, so emotional. It is because they represent hope. The idea that something small, ignored, and underestimated can suddenly rise and command respect is deeply human. That is why these videos go viral. That is why people watch till the end. Everyone secretly wonders, what if I am holding one right now? So do not stay confused, and do not let fear or doubt stop you from checking what you own. At the same time, do not believe every loud claim you hear online. Knowledge is your shield and patience is your weapon. A 1964 Jefferson Nickel may look ordinary, but under the right circumstances, with the right error and the right verification, it can shock the world. And that thought alone is powerful enough to make anyone listen twice, look closer, and never ignore a coin again. Coin number 2. Listen carefully, because this is one of those stories people usually ignore and later regret for the rest of their lives. Imagine a simple Jefferson Liberty 5-cent coin, dated 1983 sitting quietly in your drawer, your wallet, or an old coin jar. For years, nobody talked about it. Nobody respected it, and nobody imagined that this ordinary-looking nickel could hide a story powerful enough to change someone's destiny. I am not exaggerating, and I am not joking with you. What I'm about to tell you has shocked collectors, confused experts, and created legends in the world of rare U.S. coins. The Jefferson Nickel was introduced in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson, one of the most influential figures in American history. By 1983, millions of nickels were being produced every year, and most people assumed every single one was common and worthless. But here is where the mystery begins. The 1983 Jefferson Nickel, struck at the Denver Mint, became famous not because of normal coins, but because of rare mint errors and unusual strikes that slipped through the system unnoticed. These mistakes were not meant to exist, and that is exactly why they became so dangerous, so powerful, and so valuable. Now, let me tell you something most people don't know. A normal 1983 Jefferson Nickel weighs 5.0 grams, made of a copper-nickel composition. But some discovered examples show unusual weight differences, strange textures, weak strikes, double details, off-center designs, or even wrong planchet errors. When a U.S. mint error like this appears on a coin that was never supposed to be special, collectors go crazy. This is where rumors of unbelievable prices begin, and this is where people start whispering about values reaching hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars in extreme, verified cases. I know some of you are thinking, this sounds fake, this sounds like a joke. No, I am not making fun of you, and I am not lying to create hype. I am telling you exactly how the rare coin world works. One single confirmed, unique error coin can sell for insane money because rich collectors don't buy metal, they buy stories, mistakes, and history that can never be repeated. If your 1983 Jefferson Nickel carries a rare error, it instantly becomes something different, something powerful, something collectors will fight over. Here is the suspenseful part. Many people already had this coin and spent it for 5 cents. Others sold it cheaply because they didn't check it properly. And some lucky individuals discovered too late that the same coin they ignored could have changed their entire future. That's why I'm telling you, don't rush, don't panic, and don't believe every fake claim you hear online. At the same time, don't ignore the possibility either. Confusion is your enemy here. Knowledge is your weapon. If you truly believe your coin looks different, heavier, lighter, misaligned, or strange in any way, you have options. You are not trapped. You can take it to professional coin auctions, where verified rare error coins can reach unbelievable prices. You can list on eBay, where global collectors actively hunt for U.S. mint errors. You can even sell through Facebook collector groups, where serious buyers search daily for hidden treasures. One small decision can open doors you never imagined. But listen to me carefully again. Don't fall for fake stories, fake screenshots, or people promising instant millions without proof. Real money comes from real verification. Get the coin checked, graded, and authenticated if it truly looks unusual. The reason people become rich overnight is not luck alone. It's because they acted when others stayed confused and scared. If this coin is already in your hands, why are you hesitating? Why are you doubting your own chance? This 1983 Jefferson Nickel teaches one brutal lesson. Life-changing opportunities often look ordinary at first glance. A tiny 5-cent coin, weighing just 5 grams, can carry a history powerful enough to rewrite your future. If it carries the right error, the right story, and the right proof. I am not saying every coin is worth millions. I am saying some are, and some belong to people who once thought it was nothing. So before you scroll away, before you laugh, before you say, "This can't be real," stop for one moment. Check your coins. Look closely, because sometimes destiny doesn't knock loudly. Sometimes it whispers from the smallest piece of metal in your hand.
The 1996 P. Jefferson Nickel may look like an ordinary 5-cent coin, but history has proven again and again that the most ordinary-looking objects often hide the most extraordinary secrets. This coin was born in the heart of America, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, a place where legends are quietly created without noise. Millions of people have touched this coin, spent it, ignored it, and passed it down unknowingly, never realizing that under the right conditions, a simple Jefferson nickel can transform from pocket change into a life-altering asset. This is not a fairy tale. This is how the world of rare coins works. Value does not shout, it whispers. What makes the 1996 P. Jefferson Nickel so fascinating is not just its age, but its timing. By the mid-1990s, the United States had already shifted into modern minting techniques, which ironically made true imperfections far more valuable than ever before. When a modern coin carries a mistake, anomaly, or unusual characteristic, collectors pay extreme attention. In rare cases, a single unexpected flaw can turn a common coin into a once-in-a-generation discovery. This is where fortunes are quietly born, not overnight luck, but through knowledge and patience. Thomas Jefferson's portrait on this coin represents intelligence, independence, and long-term vision, and that symbolism fits perfectly with the journey of rare coin wealth. Many people chase fast money, but serious collectors know that real value grows silently. A Jefferson nickel that appears normal at first glance can carry microscopic differences in strike, metal flow, die alignment, or surface texture that's separated from millions of others. Those differences are invisible to the careless eye, but priceless to the trained one. The market does not reward face value. It rewards rarity, condition, and uniqueness. A 1996 P. Jefferson Nickel in everyday circulated condition may be worth only 5 cents. But history has shown that when a coin appears in exceptional preservation or with an unusual mint characteristic, the story changes dramatically. Coins are not judged by age alone. They are judged by survival. The fewer perfect or unusual examples that exist, the higher the hunger among collectors, investors, and institutions who compete to own them. There have been moments in coin history where people laugh at a nickel only to regret it for the rest of their lives. Coins once dismissed as worthless later sold for life-changing sums because someone took the time to look closer. That is the power hidden inside modern American coins. The 1996 P. Jefferson Nickel exists in a space where discovery is still possible. Unlike ancient coins already cataloged and exhausted, modern coins still hide secrets waiting to be found by the right hands. Condition plays a role so powerful that it can multiply a coin's value beyond imagination. A flawless surface, sharp details, original luster, and untouched edges elevate a coin into a different universe. When combined with an unusual strike or production irregularity, collectors stop thinking in cents and start thinking in legacy money. That is why experienced collectors warn people not to rush, not to sell cheaply, and never to assume a coin's value based on appearance alone. The world of rare coins is not controlled by hype. It is controlled by demand, scarcity, and certification. When a coin is proven to be different, officially recognized, and preserved correctly, its value enters a global marketplace. At that level, buyers are not everyday people. They are elite collectors, auction houses, and investors who understand that owning something truly rare is a form of power. Coins like these are not spent. They are guarded, insured, and passed down. What many people fail to understand is that wealth does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes it sits quietly in a drawer, a jar, or a forgotten box. The 1996 P. Jefferson Nickel reminds us that modern coins still have stories to tell. Every year, new discoveries reshape what people thought they knew. That is why knowledge is more valuable than luck, and patience more valuable than impulse. If you ever come across a Jefferson Nickel from 1996, do not rush to judgment. Do not dismiss it, and do not sell it blindly. Coins deserve respect, study, and careful handling. Fortune favors those who look deeper, not those who move faster. In the world of collectibles, one decision can separate regret from generational wealth. This is not a promise, and it is not a guarantee, but it is a warning and an opportunity. History rewards the prepared, not the careless. A 5-cent coin has no obligation to stay worth 5 cents forever. Sometimes it waits for the right moment, the right eye, and the right mind to unlock its true potential. And when that moment comes, what once looked small can change everything.
In the last, listen, don't scroll, don't blink, and don't judge too fast, because the truth about the 2000 P. Jefferson Liberty Nickel is something most people completely ignore. This is not an old pirate coin, not gold, not silver, just a simple 5-cent coin from the United States of America. And that is exactly why it is dangerous. The most powerful things never look powerful in the beginning. In the year 2000, this coin quietly entered circulation from the Philadelphia Mint, mixed with millions of others, unnoticed, underestimated, and forgotten. But history has a strange habit. It turns normal things into legends. The year 2000 was a high-pressure year for U.S. coin production. Machines were running fast, quality control was pushed, and that is when rare mistakes slipped through. Errors are not created on purpose. They are accidents, and accidents create million-dollar stories. Some 2000 P. Jefferson Nickels left the mint with flaws that should not exist. Off-center strikes, wrong metal planchets, missing layers, unusual surfaces, double details. One small mistake, one tiny difference, and suddenly the coin is no longer ordinary. Now here's the part most people don't understand. And this is where confusion begins. A normal Jefferson nickel weighs exactly 5.00 grams, made from 75% copper and 25% nickel. But when a coin shows a different weight, lighter, heavier, or uneven, collectors immediately know something is wrong, and wrong means rare. Rare means valuable. Valuable means powerful. And powerful means this coin can change someone's life overnight. People think rarity comes from age. That is a big mistake. Rarity comes from scarcity, condition, and story. A 2000 P nickel in perfect condition, combined with verified mint error, becomes something collectors dream about. These are not casual buyers. These are serious people with serious money. When two collectors want the same coin, logic disappears and bidding wars begin. Prices don't rise slowly, they explode. And let me be very clear here, because some of you are already doubting. I am not joking. I am not trying to fool you. I am not saying every 2000 P nickel is worth millions. I am saying some of them are, and those few can turn an average person into a millionaire. This is exactly how rare coin history is written. One coin, one mistake, one lucky owner. Ask yourself something honestly. Why are you confused? Why you hesitate to check what you already own? If this coin is sitting in your house, your wallet, or an old box, ignoring it changes nothing. But checking it could change everything. People throw away opportunities every day because they think it's just a coin. That sentence has ruined more chances than bad luck ever did. And yes, this coin could be sold. Real money, real platforms. Coin auctions, professional dealers, eBay, Facebook collector groups. This is not fantasy. This is an active market. Rare coins move silently from one hand to another, and when the right buyer appears, numbers stop looking small. One verified error can open doors you never imagined. Of course, not everything you hear online is true. Ignore fake promises. Ignore exaggerated lies. But never ignore facts. Errors exist. Rare coins exist. Life-changing sales exist. And sometimes those stories start with a coin people laugh at. That's why this nickel is powerful. Not because of what it looks like, but because of what it could be. So let me say this one last time, slowly. If you have a 2000 P. Jefferson Liberty nickel, don't rush. Don't spend it. Don't underestimate it. Check the weight. Look for errors. Look closely. Because history doesn't announce itself loudly. Sometimes it whispers, and only the smart ones listen. And if you're still watching right now, remember this: opportunities don't knock twice. Sometimes they're already in your pocket.